Welcome back to The Lead. I'm Jake Tapper. In our World Lead today, CNN's Will Ripley was given unprecedented access to North Korea's once-in-a-generation political gathering, during which its leader, Kim Jong-un, was officially coronated with a new title, the chairman of the Workers' Party. There was a lot of tough talk during this coronation against the United States, North Korea pledging to, quote, annihilate the United States from the surface of the earth and promising that there will be more nuclear weapons made in Pyongyang. The government of North Korea does not offer this access with no strings attached. Their censors closely watch what Western journalists report from their country. Three of Ripley's colleagues, a team with the BBC, were kicked out of North Korea for, quote, speaking ill of the country. Let's bring in CNN correspondent Will Ripley, who is live in Pyongyang, North Korea. Will, thanks for joining us. You were the first reporter to cover this first North Korean Congress in decades. The hostility towards the U.S. sounds quite ugly. Tell us about it.
Well, Jake, North Korea is certainly unlike any country that I've ever visited. Just for example, you can hear behind me the 5 a.m. wake-up alarm is playing citywide to get people up for what North Korea will call a spontaneous celebration of loyalty in the streets later today, although spontaneity might be an overstatement because we've seen people practicing for this parade that we believe is going to happen for weeks now. But the rhetoric against the United States, the talk of annihilating the U.S., the talk of using North Korea's nuclear arsenal against the imminent threat of invasion from the U.S., and then that resolution at the party's Congress over the weekend to grow the size and quality of North Korea's nuclear arsenal comes at the same time that clearly the government wants the United States audience to see what's happening in their country and view it as legitimate, which is part of the reason why we believe we, along with a handful of other media from agencies around the world, were selected out of the larger group covering the Workers' Party Congress. We were put on a bus and not told where we were going. We went through a 90-minute security check and didn't know till we were pulling up to the Workers' Party Congress building that we would actually be allowed inside to witness the moment when Kim Jong-un received this new, even bigger title that was created for him at the Workers' Party. He's now the chairman. He was the first secretary before.
And, Will, that BBC team was accused of insulting the dignity of North Korea. They were kicked out. What happened there? And have you experienced any sort of close calls while covering North Korea?
Rupert Wingfield Hayes is the correspondent. I work with him. We're both based in Tokyo. I've known him for a couple of years, and we were just talking the other day about some of his reports that he's filed over the last week that he got a very harsh talking to from the North Korean authorities. I have been severely reprimanded several times about some of my reports, specifically reports pertaining to this country's supreme leader, Kim Jong-un. It is the topic that is the most sensitive thing that reporters who are coming into this country talk about. And in this case, apparently, North Korea felt that Rupert's reports were so disrespectful that as he was about to board his flight, they pulled him out of the airport. They put him in a room. They questioned he and his team for 8 hours before making him and his bureau chief sign letters of apology before allowing Rupert to get on a plane, saying he is banned from ever coming back into North Korea. So it does really underscore the situation that we as foreign journalists face when we're working in this country, dealing with a society that is very sensitive about its image, especially when it comes to the image of their leader.
All right, Will Ripley, live for us inside North Korea. Thank you so much.